Autograph albums were usually written or made for school-age girls and young women in the 19th century. Friends, schoolmates, and the owner would fill in the blank pages with poems, prayers, notes of affection and friendships, drawings, signatures, and mementos. These albums contain sentiments and signatures similar to those written in modern school yearbooks. A modern school yearbook is a book published annually including to record, highlight, and commemorate the past year of a school. The difference between the two is the autograph album is more family oriented, whereas the yearbook concentrates more on school experiences among fellow students and teachers. An autograph album made through 1883 through 1888 for the Virginian Josie Mayo was created in remembrance of Josie through her family, friends, and notable people's perceptions. Now, this album doesn't specify or describe exactly who Josie was, but we get an idea through the people who knew her. Each person used this autograph album to write or draw meaningful and sentimental notes and pictures that establish a personal bond or relationship with Josie. Through this, we can see what kind of life Josie lived, how her people viewed her, and what she meant to the others. Based off these perceptions of the close people to Josie, they perceived her as a heartwarming woman that impacted their lives. This is evident in all the personal poetry and writings in her autograph album written by all of these close people. Some examples are, her schoolmate wrote, "Remember me early, remember me late, remember me always, your old schoolmate." One of her close friends portrayed her thoughts by writing, "If scribbling in albums, remembrance ensures, with the greatest of pleasures I'll scribble in yours." Another friend expressed her love by inscribing, "May beauty and truth keep you in youth, green tea and sage preserve your old age." Lastly, her cousin had written a short poem, "Roses are red, violets are blue, sugars is sweet, and so are you." Through these written thoughts and perspectives of Josie, we can see how her family and friends portrayed her, but throughout the whole album, there were only nice complimentary messages and pictures presented. Not one person established a negative or criticizing perspective of Josie. I find it safe to say that autograph albums are not meant to have negative connotations, but are like obituaries and scrapbooks where it is extremely rare to portray and summarize someone's life as a negative experience. It is much more appropriate to paint the life of an individual's remembrance as if they did no wrong to make it more soothing that they lived a good life instead of the painful memories of life's mistakes. Throughout the whole autograph album of Josie Mayo, you continue to learn more and more of what her family and friends and extremely close people had to say about her and the relationships they had with her. But what it also shows is how the family was made up. The autograph album does a good job showing the family's values through the giving and receiving of wise and friendly remarks to one's life, and the writings and drawings are acceptable at the time. For instance, one of Josie's close friends talks about the hope of receiving a husband before she turns 20. This portrays a certain accepted and expected value among the friends in Josie, which can even go further to say among the family, to get married before a certain age. Also, knowing that Josie May was from Virginia living in the 1800s, given the history, tells us that it's not abnormal to expect to get married young. So using the information at hand, you can say that the Mayo family is a typical Southern one that has predicted values that goes with the reputation of their location. Continuing on, we can see not all inscriptions in Josie's autograph album were of thoughts and perceptions formed in poetry or sentimental opinions, but instead people use artistic representations of flowers that they personally drew. These images may have an invisible connotation representing a private or common understanding between the artist and Josie. One assumption can be that this was Josie's favorite flower, or that she received it from a friend had strong feelings for, but it is understood that the meaning is undetectable. This is where scrapbooks and autograph albums are portrayed uniquely and privately when deciphering the intentions of the authors. We may never know for sure why a flower was drawn or any kind of drawing in the autograph album of Josie, because the true understanding lies within the artist and Josie. But what we do understand is Josie had a big family that lived during the 1800s in the South, where Josie really made an impact on everyone's life in her life.